Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Luxe Glow Series. Here we talk to real people who've used TallChic Naturals products and we get their opinion on the products, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, with me today is a very, very special guest, Mrs. Ebun Ogun, and she's going to tell us what she feels about the product, what she likes, what she doesn't like, what can be improved. So, over to you, Ebu. Start by telling us how you got introduced to the product.
Um, yeah, so I got introduced to the product as a gift from my sister-in-law, and this was during the pandemic years, and that was when Mrs. Onyewusi started the product when she launched the product at first. And I'm not sure if you do remember during the pandemic years, it was a dark, dark time for most
Yes, it
people.
was.
And yeah, and it was for me, what really stood out for me was that scent of the
Okay.
product. This was the very first product that was launched then. I had the body butter, I had the lotion, and I had the soap as well. So my first instinct was, rose scented smell during winter, which is not very common. I'm somebody that I really do not like winter. But having something that was not common
Yeah.
during winter was an eye opener. It was like a wake-up call for me. And I started to use the product. After a couple of days, my husband realized, what's that scent that was lingering? And that's one thing I loved about it. It lingers for a very long
Okay.
time. House after
Okay.
you come up from the bathroom, it's lingering. You walk past somebody, there's that smell
The
that lingers
smell,
as you
yeah.
walk through. And
Okay.
before I knew it, that scent took over my home. So in the visitors'
Mm.
bathroom, it was there. In my bathroom, it was there. On my dressing table, it was there. And it was for me. It was when you say light in the tunnel in a very dark time. For me,
Oh, wow.
the TallChic Natural Products was like
Wow.
light in the tunnel for me. It became my routine. People say, oh, you have a cup of tea to start your day. I was looking forward to having a shower in the morning just because I was
Wow.
have that that product on my skin. I so much loved the body butter. I'm not sure it was because of the texture. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not sure it was the scent of it. It might be a combination of it. It could be because of the color of it. I don't know. But once I opened that jar, for me, it was my me time and it just lingers, it just carries me throughout the day. That's number one about the product. Number two, I suffer from very dry skin, right? And I tried different products. At the point, I was on prescribed cream for dry skin.
Okay.
And I just thought, let me give this a try. When you just feel like most of those prescribed creams, they're not scented. And as a lady,
No, they're not.
you want that fragrance, isn't it? Okay, yeah, let me just give this a trial. Oh my goodness. I'm not joking. It cleared my dry skin. Some products you would
Wow.
use like you would use in the morning and by lunchtime, you feel like your skin is dry again.
Yeah.
These products, TallChic Natural products, I was having like 24-hour moisture on my skin on a daily
Wow.
basis. After a couple of weeks, my dry skin condition started to improve. So I was getting the best of both worlds. My dry skin condition was improving, and I was getting that long-lasting fragrance on myself throughout the
I
day.
can
So yeah,
imagine. Yeah,
yeah.
I can imagine. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. I'm glad you said that because when I started the products, I'll be honest with you. I started the products because I was looking for something that would help me control my milieu. I knew nothing about skin, nothing about beauty, nothing. I taught myself everything I know today. And when I was learning the formulation, I got educated as to, you know, the beauty industry focuses on perfection, not
Yeah.
enough on health. And those
Mm.
that focus on health are very pharmaceutical in their nature. So they're
Mm.
like, okay, this is a medicinal cream, rather than. And I was like, there must be something that kind of draws both together. You should be able to use something that's good for you, but also feels good and smells good and does all of those things. And that's what I set out to create. And I settled on Mafura butter because through research, I found that Mafura butter is one of the best butters on the planet.
Mm.
Not to say that all the other butters are good. I'm not saying everybody stop using shea butter or anything. Because shea butter, cocoa butter, those things are all really good. But in terms of how fast they work, Mafura butter works faster. So the reason you notice that immediately is if you use Mafura butter regularly, within 3 days you start to see the changes. It takes about 2 weeks for shea to do the same thing.
Wow.
They just work differently. And shea also has certain things that it's better at as well, or is
Mm,
best at. But in terms
mm.
of all-round skincare, Mafura is a very, very underrated butter. And I
It,
thought, why isn't anyone using this thing? It's
y-
very underrated. Yeah,
sorry to cut you short, yeah, because I'd never heard of Mafura before. So
not
shea
many people
butter,
have.
yeah, yeah, shea butter, oh yeah, shea butter, you go to the market, you also see shea butter, cocoa butter, yes. But Mafura, I thought, and that was another thing, like when I was introduced to the product, there was a bit of hesitancy. When you don't know something, there's a bit of hesitancy.
Mhm.
And the product speaks for itself. Before today, I've never met you, Miss Oyewuse, right? So
Okay.
it's not like we talked about this before, but this
No,
is
we
honest
haven't.
opinion. Like it is, it works. It's coming from someone that suffers from skin condition, it does work. I've seen the scarring on my skin improve. I'm not sure if
Wow,
you can actually, oh, my background is blurred. If I show you my wedding pictures, you would see a bit of scarring on my skin compared to now. It is almost faded.
wow. Speaking of
It is almost
scarring,
faded. And just
I
like
was
you
going
said,
to show you my own arm. You know, yeah. Can you see? Can you see a scar somewhere around here? I don't know if you
yeah,
can see it. How old do you think that scar is?
that looks like it's been a while. So let's say a year maybe.
That's about 3 weeks old.
No way.
That you see, I have been documenting, and because I tell people this, and of course, they think it's a sales pitch. And one thing I want people to understand, because I am also very ethical with my business, is I'm not going to sell something that I don't believe in. So I've been documenting the effect of Mafura on the skin and how it repairs skin. This I actually burnt my hand. I put my hand accidentally against the oven door, and I got that. And I've been using Mafura on it. And my son took a picture. I'm actually going to do a comparison picture. And I've been taking week by week pictures. And this is taking 3 weeks to get to this, to lighten to this much. I don't know. There's this part of my arm which I had a burn as I put my arm on a curling iron back in the day. And that scar had been with me for years. And when I started moving Mafura, it literally just went. I don't know if you can see it. There's nothing there. That
No,
scar
I
was
can
so bad.
actually.
It was a really, really bad burn that I had to go to a hospital. That's how bad the burn was. It really cooked my skin. You could smell like meat was cooking. You know, and they took me to hospital
Wow.
and they had to do a few things. And I had that scar for years. And I started using Mafura and it literally disappeared. And the reason for that is Mafura, on contact with the skin, immediately tries to repair your skin. That's the first
Wow.
thing it does. So I'm going to test it on insect bites, on cuts, on different things, just to document and show people that I'm not just saying this. It actually happened. And I met somebody. I'm going to make this actually. I had never seen anything like it before, and it still astonishes me till this day. I was doing one of my pop-ups at John Lewis, and I met this lady who came to me and she was itching so much. And then she said, "Oh, I'm itching." She said, "Oh, what do you have? What do you have?" And before I could say anything, she just took the tester of Mafura Mystique. That's the one in the brown bottle.
Yeah.
And she just
Yeah.
put it on her body. And I could literally hear her go, "Oh." And then I looked at her hands where she was scratching. She had these, I don't know what to call it. It was about this big dots, about 20p size coin all over her body, black dots all over her body. Now, I'm not a dermatologist, so I don't know what she had. And I was a bit scared because I was like, you haven't tested this product to see whether it's for you or, she was just like, oh my God, this is just, oh my God, this is so, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then she took my soap and then ran to the bathroom, the soap that I had on display, ran to the bathroom, washed her hand, came back and started. And I was like, what is this woman doing? And she just said, you don't understand. I'm feeling a relief that I have never felt. And I did
Wow.
not know what to tell her because one, I don't know what that condition was. So I don't know
Yeah.
what was going on and what she was feeling. And she spent about an hour with me, and every 2 minutes she would take some of the cream and use. And she would take some of the cream and use. And before my very eyes, those spots literally shrunk to like the size of a
Wow.
beach. She spent an hour with me. I didn't even
Wow.
have to say Mafura does this. And she immediately just bought 5 bottles. She said everybody in her family suffers from that condition, including her
Wow.
baby. In fact, I make it for adults, but she started to rub it on her baby. I said, wait, I want to know the age of this child. Don't just rub anything on your child. Make sure that it's the right thing. She said, look, you don't have to tell me because we all suffer the same thing. She said her husband's condition is even worse.
Wow.
And I'd never seen anything like it before. And this is
You
the
know,
fastest I've seen Mafura work. It took an hour for this. I don't know what it is. And then she was like, and I just spent 200 pounds on Lame. How come I did not know about this? I said, because I'm a small business. I'm not
yeah.
largely distributed anyway. So you wouldn't see me in the supermarkets. And it takes a while to get there as a business, but I need people to understand what I do and see that it works.
Now that you
And
just mentioned this, yeah, I remember that there was a time my husband too had a reaction to one of the to an air product,
hmm,
and it covered up until here. And
wow,
I'm not even joking. And this was again, this was December. This was we didn't know what it was, but we're trying to use steroid cream just to help
yeah,
with the inflammation and dots and stuff like that. And this was about this now coincided with when we got a bit more of the Mafura product, the one my sister-in-law sent to me. And in my husband's usual fashion, there's always this rivalry that goes on, like, oh, I'm the loved one. And then he feels jealous. So Sister Lola has to,
because why is she always sending it to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. And at this point, he had seen all the glow and like my skin literally, I can't really explain. My skin
Wow.
changed. I'll come into that. Anyways, he started to use the Mafura product, the men version. So I know you've not
Yeah.
spoken about, yeah, the men one. He uses it in the bath. So he has the bath wash one.
Yeah.
Yep. And the oil. I'm not even kidding. I'm not within 1 week. The scarring. I wish I could show a picture of him
You
to
guys
you.
should take before and
The
after pictures. We
scarring.
need to see these
This
things,
the
honestly.
scarring. It's in the scarring disappeared. I wish he's not home
Wow.
now because he's not home now. This
Oh
it's
no,
not
I
that
would love
even
to
the
have him say
scarring.
his own view. Yeah, because it's good
Yes,
to hear the men also talk about, what they're going through
the
and things
scarring
like that. Yeah.
disappeared.
Wow. That is so good to
It's
hear.
not so if sometimes where we stay as well, the environmental factors, all these impurities in the air that settles on your
Mm.
skin, and so it makes the weather itself is ash. It feels like your skin is aging. And
Yeah.
this was something that I battled with a few months back. Okay.
Wow.
I felt like my skin was aging. And I thought, what, it said to I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not even 40
I
yet. I
know.
can't be, I can't be having like wrinkles and it feels like, yeah. And then that was not coincided with I had I always have the gift set. I always have the gift set. So I took out the body scrub. I took
Mm.
out the body scrub. I felt like pampering myself that weekend. So
Okay.
I had, I went into the bath, took the exfoliating sponge and the body scrub, had a good scrub on my body and my face. Oh my goodness. You needed to see the bathtub. Like you felt like you could feel the impurities come out.
Come on.
And
Wow.
when I had to wash again just to cleanse my body, I felt,
Mm.
oh yeah, no, my skin feels there's something different. I don't know how to explain it.
Wow. I am
Something
so
different.
happy to hear that
No, you
because
can literally touch.
yeah,
When you feel your skin, you're like, oh, this skin feels rough. Then you touch
yeah.
it again. This skin feels different, smooth.
Wow.
Then I add a layer of the body oil on it. Within three
Oh my
days,
God.
my husband said, you're glowing. When you like, so that you live in the same, people inside your house, they don't,
Yes.
they tend to see the changes later than others outside.
Yeah.
My husband said, what are you doing? You're glowing. I'm like, oh, really?
Wow. That is so good. That's so good to hear because the skin goes through cycle. We shed dead skin every day. So, once in a while it's good to give your skin a proper scrub just to make sure that you're getting rid of all the layers of dead skin. Because even when you shower normally every day, you may not get everything. And that's what
Yeah,
scrubs are meant to do. They're meant to really, really, get rid of all the dead skin that's just sitting there, you
yeah,
know, and probably clogging your pores and making the situation even worse than it should be.
yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that. I
And
mean,
I've got,
and
oh goodness, this is the body
oh,
oil.
that's the Mafura Mystique oil. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
the
you used the other one, the rose scented one. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And there was another one I've not had it in years, though. I think that was the first one, part of the first set I got. The
Yeah.
bath salt. Do you remember that one?
The bath soap. Yes, I've kind of put a pause on soaps because they're time consuming to make, and
Okay.
I haven't really had the time to concentrate because soaps are the very, very last thing I want to make. They're very, very time consuming, I have to say,
Oh, right.
to
Okay.
make. Yeah, because
I
soaps
can
need about three
imagine.
to five days to dry, and sometimes I have to jump into a pop up really quickly, and I don't have enough time to make the soap in time for that pop up. So yes, but the option is there because at the moment my products are, most of the time they're made to order.
Okay.
So although these days I'm beginning to have stock and all that as I'm
Yeah.
building the business, but sometimes
Yeah.
I don't always have the stock when I have a
Yeah.
pop-up. So I don't have the soaps. So I like soaps have been out of stock for a while. Um, but
That
yeah,
is
I'm glad to
different.
hear that. I might bring them back actually.
Oh well, no, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I
Oh
wouldn't even like.
wow.
I'm a fan of it. But having said that, my favorite. I'm trying to see which one's gonna win, the oil or the body butter. But the body butter for me, it is. I'm not sure if it's the color of it. I'm not sure if it's the texture of it. I'm not sure if it's the scent that comes with it.
Okay.
But it is also the way it makes my skin feel. Maybe this, I don't want to say this is an African thing, but sometimes I feel like we have to use a lot of products before we feel like we've done
No,
justice to it.
you shouldn't. No, because then you now start clogging up your skin. You start
Exactly.
covering over,
But
overuse
this
of
is
product
just
can be bad too.
you know, just a little. And
Mm,
it covers a wide surface of my skin.
yes. A little goes a
The,
long way, yeah.
yeah, a little goes a long way. So it for me, it lasts longer. So you find that let's say I feel like, oh, Mafura is expensive, but
Mm,
then again, I feel like it lasts longer. It will
mm,
last me 2 months compared to
okay.
a product I feel is cheaper
Mm,
that won't last me as long as that. So for me, it is cost effective, and the fact that it actually improves my dry skin condition with the long lasting fragrance that comes with it. And
yeah.
it's not overpowering. That's one thing I like about the Mafura product. It's not overpowering. It's not like, oh, somebody comes and you say, oh, what's that smell?
Mm,
It lingers. It's not
yeah.
overpowering. It lingers in the room and it's not repulsive.
Wow.
I use it
Wow.
a lot, and I go to work. I work in a
I
healthcare
am
setting.
so I'm so
And
happy to hear what you're saying because, this is what I set out to create in
oh
the first place.
wow.
So I'm happy that that's how you feel about the products because
It's
that feedback just ties
yeah,
into what I wanted to create.
you can
So,
imagine talking to a patient of yours and
mm,
you have this smell that lingers, not overpowering, not choking,
mm,
but
mm.
at the same time you smell nice. And before you know it, they're like, oh, what did you use? And I'm like, oh, it's Mafura. Oh, never heard of it. And that's what, like, you say, but they
Point
like
them
it.
to our website. Point them to our website.
Definitely,
I
definitely,
mean, depending on what kind of
definitely.
patients they are, we also have the fragrance tray because there are people who react to fragrances.
Yeah,
So we also have, if people are like really, really sick, I will point them towards the fragrance free first so that they get healthy rather
yeah.
than, because fragrance can also play with people's medicines and, so, but point them
And
to our website. They're free to try. We also have testers. We do testers
oh,
now.
okay.
So people can actually buy tester packs and they can say, okay, I want a tester of Mafura, I want a tester. You can buy a pack of 6 testers and try and see how you feel about them before
Yeah.
you buy.
Talking
So,
talking about testers as well, because I do travel a lot.
Mm,
Um, and one thing I love about your product is, oh, the last one I got actually comes. We also have the travel pack sizes
yes.
that you can actually take when you go into the airport, that you can fit, it fits into your small bags as well. And I felt like, you know, I feel like you can take your own me stuff, your own,
Yeah.
that you enjoy when you're having your me time. You don't have to start looking for what feels like it. You have the
Yeah.
right stuff with you that you can also take with you on your travels. And for me,
Okay.
I went away for like about 3, 4 days, and I didn't have to, I just my travel pack size one, the body butter, the Mafura body butter one. I love the body butter. Travel pack size
Wow.
on my holiday, and I didn't have to worry about, oh, what's my skin gonna feel like, or is the weather over there gonna be harsh? Is it going to affect my skin? And like
Wow.
that. But for me, it's a
That is
win-win.
so good to
All,
hear.
yeah, all round. Win-win all
That's
round.
so good to hear. So, in terms of the ranges, you've used Mafura Femme, which is the pink one, and that's the one
Yeah,
I know that Lola sends you a lot.
yeah.
Shout out to Bestie because she's been really she believes in the business more than I do sometimes. And it's like, she doesn't even question it. She's like, anything you do, she's like, yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Yeah, yeah,
And she has
definitely.
really, really done a lot to market the business. But you know, for me, it's not just about the sale, it's that the products work because I set out to create something that works.
Mm.
I said to myself 4 years ago that I'm not there yet until somebody tells me this works for me. I mean, everybody in this house uses it now. My daughter is
Oh,
a fan of the body scrub. My daughter
oh,
uses the body scrub.
wow.
Oh my God.
Good.
In fact, I have to stop her. She loves the scrub and the oil. She uses it the same way you do
Oh,
because she was actually trying to get me to say, don't do anything else, mom. I think you should just do body scrubs. But the thing is, I have a wide range of of
yeah,
customers who like different things. So,
yeah.
some people like the lotion, some people like the body washes, so I just give a
Mm.
range. It's a
Yeah,
whole bath and body range that I'm
yeah.
doing, including soaps. So, my daughter also uses the body scrub and the oil. And the last time I had to get her to pay for it because she kept using it. I said, you can't.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
Okay. Okay, and we're still recording. Sorry, I think I got timed out from from my
Oh,
phone. Can you see me?
I've lost my Zoom kind of. But I can hear
Oh,
you. You
you can
don't
hear
see
me.
me. Yeah, I can hear
I
you, but I
see
can't.
you.
Yeah, as long as you can see me. But
Oh, that's strange
I don't know how to
because
come.
I've
It's
joined the meeting. I can see myself in the
Oh
screen,
no,
but
I
I
can
joined the
see. I
meeting.
just lost the screen. I can see it now.
Oh,
Are you?
okay, okay,
Yeah, I lost the screen.
wonderful. We're back. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think for some reason it just timed off of my phone because for some reason my laptop camera has decided and I still can't figure it out. But it's a brand new laptop, so I have to have my phone, and I'm looking at my phone here and
Oh,
looking at the screen and the laptop there. It's a bit, weird. But anyway, let's carry on the discussion. So my daughter, like I was saying, my daughter uses it the same way you do.
yeah,
She uses the scrub and the
yeah.
oil, and I had to get her to start paying for it because she was like, It's mommy stuff. I can just no, it's not just
Okay.
mommy stuff. This is stock that you're
Yep.
taking, and it's expensive, you know." So yeah, with regards to the oil, I think you held up the brown bottle. Now that range, when I created the Mafura Farm, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure what to create. It was the very first thing I created, and that was the very first range. And I went with the smell that I like. That kind of reminded me a bit of my mom and my grandma. Like
Yeah.
they loved rose, lavender, vanilla, and I mixed them together. And I thought they complement each other, those fragrances. So I thought, okay, that would be nice. But then I thought why I created the brown one, which was the very next product I made,
Yeah.
was because really what I was trying to do with this line of products was I wanted to make them very, very African. I wanted to create a very
Mm.
African range. So I don't know why, but the word Alke Bulan, which is the original name for Africa, as given by African people,
Oh,
um, yeah, we were originally known as Alke Bulan. Africa is a Latin name that we were given, and well, everybody knows it as Africa. So I just thought, okay, what is essentially African? Because that's what I'm trying to create. And every single thing in that particular product had to be
Mm.
African, including the scent.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you know, but the scent is the flower of the marula tree.
Okay.
So there's a drink called amarula, also coming from South Africa. Mafura is from South Africa, and I thought, oh, they have a scent, a fragrance. Somebody was selling a fragrance that was mixing amarula and rose,
Oh,
and that was the scent. And I thought, wow, everything in here is just purely African. It's and the
wow.
oil. What I've done with the oils is I've mixed a blend of the best oils for skin. So you've got
Okay.
coconut oil, which is really good. You've got jojoba in it, which is also really
Yeah.
good. You've got primrose, you've got macadamia, you've got baobab, you've got marula, you've got argan,
Yeah.
and you've got rosehip. So what I
Wow.
did was I took all those oils together and I put them together in a proportion that I think would work well for the skin and
Okay.
blend
Okay.
really well with the skin. And you notice it literally just sinks in.
Yeah.
It literally
Yeah.
just sinks in. And
Yeah.
I think
It
there's a
literally
little bit
just
of coconut oil in there as well. So I just took a combination of the best oils for the skin and just put them in there. And then depending on the range, you'll get the smell. The only range that doesn't have an oil is the Mafura Sana, which is the range I use for sensitive skin. I
okay.
think
Okay.
our very first episode we spoke about Sana with
Okay.
my friend Mrs. Tolu Abegunde. So
Mm.
yeah,
It is, yeah, I mean, I just enjoy it. If I really want to treat myself, because I've got a range of them, if I really want to treat myself, that's my go-to after a stressful day or a stressful week. I just
well,
indulge. And
mm,
you maybe because it feels, I don't feel like a ritual, but when it feels like you just want to unwind.
yes,
You probably don't, I'm not
yes,
sure if
I
you
get
actually
that.
sell
I get
it.
that.
I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you actually sell it, but to actually put cherry on the cake, yeah, I've got the candle as well.
Oh,
I've got the
oh,
candle as well. For me, it
wow.
is the full experience.
You know what? I don't do candles. I originally wanted to do candles, and then
Yeah.
I decided I wanted to focus on bath and body
Okay.
products. I wanted to focus on bath and body and hair care. So I did candles, and the candles I do are just part to complement for Valentine's Day. So I only
Yes.
do candles on
Yes.
Valentine's Day. And I
Yes.
think your family wanted me to surprise you with a Valentine's package.
Yes. Yes.
So I was like, oh, this would be nice. I
Yes.
was doing this promotional Valentine's package, and I
Yes.
think I sent you one, and you were like, oh
Yes.
my God, where is this coming
Yes.
from? But what you
Yes.
don't know is that your husband and your family were in on it. They knew. So they'd asked me
No,
to do it.
yeah, so given everything you've just said about the fragrance, where it comes from, the scent, and I'm African, right? So knowing that I've got that full experience, natural products, the scent, coming from a place where I believe is rich, the earth
Yes,
minerals are rich.
which,
It does
yes,
something, forget the skin, yeah. I know we're talking about the skin. It does
yes.
something to your mind. It's liberating.
It's all about well-being at the end of the day,
Yes.
because
Yes.
there's 4 layers of well-being. There's the physical well-being which you get from exercise. There's
Mm-hmm.
the nutritional well-being which you get from eating well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
help you fight disease and stay well. There's the mental well-being,
Yeah.
and you know, believe it or not, skincare is also part of all that well-being. Not just from the health point of view of the health of the skin, but also part of the relaxation process is
Yeah.
pampering yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
helps your mental well-being. So there's
Yeah.
that as well. There's that
Yeah.
aspect of well-being. So I'm very big on well-being actually.
Indeed. Yeah.
I probably
Yeah.
don't look it, but I actually do exercise. I exercise 5 times a week, believe it or not, even though I don't look it. But the way I feel on the inside, I'm still, obviously I'm still transforming, and
Hmm.
I will eventually get there with time and consistency. But I know how I feel when I come out of the gym. Even though during the exercise, I'm like, why am I doing this? But by the time
This.
I finish, the energy, the
Deep.
way
Yeah.
the way I sleep, the fact that I can carry more things, I can move better, you know, the quality of life. That's what living well
Mm.
is all about. And when you see somebody who's older that doesn't look their age, it's because they put these things together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
because they're living a good quality of life. And that can change
Mm.
at any point in time in your life. So there's
Mm.
no barrier, age or anything to living a good quality of life. That's what it's all
Definitely.
about,
Def
So
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. Um, do I have any bad things about the product? Not that I'm not, I'm finding it difficult to criticize it.
Okay.
I'm really finding it difficult to criticize it. And just like you said, you focus on on the on the lotion and the body butter and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I think there was a time I had the body wash.
Okay. Yeah. The body
I
wash is
think
still there.
Yeah,
It's still
I
good.
think the only thing that I can this is not even a criticism, so to say, but
Mm.
the only thing was I didn't feel it lathered enough on my skin. But that's just it.
Hmm.
But aside that, again, maybe because I'm the kind of person that, sometimes you
You
feel
want
like
like
you don't
loads of
see,
leather,
if
yeah.
you don't see the bubbles, you're
Yeah.
not done yet. But it's still the fact that the effect it has on my skin and the liberation for my mental well-being, it
Yeah.
is it's unparalleled. It's really unparalleled.
Okay.
So that's like I think it's not even a criticism, but it's just a personal a
No, no,
person.
no. It is a feedback that I've had. So I'm not surprised.
Oh,
I've had many people say, put make it lather more. Um,
okay.
the formulation I made for the body washes was meant to be moisturizing to the skin. It's meant to be
Ah,
creamy. So if you've ever used Dove, Dove doesn't lather like that. It's meant to like be like a moisturizer and
so is that
cleanser
yeah,
in one.
and
So
yeah,
that's why you're feeling that after effect. But if you're a lather person, the shower gel would probably
yeah,
be better.
yeah,
Even the shower.
yeah.
By the way, I make shower oils now, which I'm pretty sure that if you smile
Okay.
very nicely
Now,
to Lola,
now
you
I
might
know what
get
my
one.
Christmas present is going to be.
There you go. Lola, did you hear that?
I hope she heard me
She
now. I know
wants
what
a
my
shower
Christmas present.
oil, and the shower oil lathers very well. The shower
Okay.
gels lather very well, but some ranges have a wash, some ranges have a gel, all ranges have the shower oil. And I
Yeah.
don't think you ever got the body spray either. So there's
No,
that.
what are you talking about? What are you
Oh, tell
talking
me about it. Tell me about it. In the last few minutes we have, let's just
about?
say that before.
You know, so again, I was talking about the way it lingers for a very long
Mm.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not overpowering. It's not overpowering. But then again,
Okay.
you don't have to. I don't use perfume too much, and
Okay.
I just use my antiperspirant. But with this, most body sprays don't last like 1 hour or two.
Yeah.
All through work time, it's still on me. Even my clothing, sometimes when you use products on
Yeah.
your clothing,
Yeah.
it's not taking over my wardrobe.
Okay. That's good.
So yeah, so for me, that is a good. I tell you, Auntie, it is. You come into my house, it is. People use air fresheners and stuff like that. No, you won't
Yeah.
find that in my house. It is the natural products from TallChic that linger
Wow.
in my house. My visitor's bathroom,
Oh my God.
the hand
The
lotion.
hand creature. Oh
The hand lotion,
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
is what is
Wow.
in there. When you come out from the main bathroom and I insert,
Yeah.
that's the product we use, and it lingers.
Wow.
It really lingers. So it's very difficult to actually, when you use, even for your fabric conditioners as well,
Yeah.
you those scents lingers on your fabrics. But I
Fabric.
tell you,
Yeah.
this is what really lingers for me in my own wardrobe.
Wow. Oh, we're running
Yeah.
out of time now, but
When out of
thanks
time,
so
yeah.
much for
So
that
you
feedback.
thought I didn't
Yeah.
have it. I've got it.
I was
I've got
thinking
it.
to say, maybe Lala should gift you the body spray and the shower oil because you haven't used the shower oil. That's a good one. It will lather and it will clean and it will moisturize all in one
I, I
because it's
hope she
an
can
oil
hear that though.
formation and there was all that. But I'm so glad to have spoken to you because you've used quite a lot of these products
Yeah,
and I'm glad that it's had that positive effect on the
yeah,
skin.
yeah.
Because what we're trying to tell people is this is not a marketing gimmick. When we say it
Nope,
works, it actually does work.
it does work.
You know, we use it in my family. I mean, my husband uses, in fact, anyone he finds he will use. But the way my husband uses it is different because I use it on dry skin. My husband uses it on damp skin. He
Oh,
uses both the lotion and the oil together on damp skin, and he says that's the best moisturization he gets. It lasts the whole day.
hmm.
And his skin is drier than mine, actually. He takes him a long time. He's always, moisturizing. But yeah, he's got the men's lotion on his desk permanently. He's always,
I
going
don't
going
think
there, warming his hands. And you can
I don't,
see, I mean, you can see my skin anyway through here.
yeah.
This is my skin. This is his natural glow.
Wow.
But people don't understand that, when we say it works, we're not just trying to sell a product.
No.
We're selling something that actually what it does what it says on the tin, and it's also cost effective.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
we do not water down our products like some companies do. It's a very, very difficult balance from a business point of view to do that, but
Hmm.
it's the ethos I want to set for the business. So I'm so glad that you've given me that feedback. Thanks so much for coming on
And
and
my
doing this
husband
with me.
also uses the men product
Yeah.
as well. And
Okay.
this was on the back of him seeing the improvement on my skin. So
Wow.
it began to, it became like a battle, like, oh, Sister Lola loves me. He doesn't love him. She now had to she now had to gift
Yeah.
him his
The men.
own,
I remember when
the
she
men.
said, send him the men product
Yeah.
for Christmas,
And
and I said, okay.
that's the only thing he uses.
Wow.
That's the only thing
Really?
he uses. Even like you said, when he's finished using his own product, it jumps onto mine.
That's good because my husband jumps onto anything that he tries because the stock is here.
Yeah.
It's easy for him to just go and when my son comes, he doesn't live at home, but when he comes, he's like, oh, he doesn't bring any toiletries because there's something in the house.
Yeah.
And I sometimes have to remind them, this is my business. This is not, like stuff is not something I shopped and I kept at home. So you guys have to be careful
Thank you
with it. But, oh,
so
I'm so happy about that. Thanks for giving me that feedback.
much.
I mean, please tell your patients and all the people asking, point them to
Definitely.